everybody, it's Nikki, and if you'll indulge me, I want to just chat for a few minutes with you today about accepting changes and staying creative. Every day when I walk into my studio in the morning with my cup of coffee, I usually kind of have a plan, and today was no different. I was going to clear off my desk and get things ready for my next big journal project, but my body was not having it, and I was in a lot of pain. And then I ran into this, and it sat on my desk for the last 6 years, not being touched. It's nothing special. My husband brought it home from a trade show, and I used to use it to practice doodling and hand lettering and fonts and use different pens and plan out posters for my classroom and just generally warm up for a bigger project. But it was all holding brushes and markers and pens. And for the last 6 years, my hands have just not been able to do that. Chronic pain took away my ability to draw and paint, and this book sat as a reminder on my desk of that, even though I had dealt with it long ago and accepted it. But today, that changes. Today, I decided that instead of having this sad book sitting on my desk and reminding me of what I used to be able to do, I would instead turn it into a book where I celebrate all that I still can do, how I am now chronically creative. Pablo Picasso said, "Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life." And I would have to agree 100%. Even though chronic pain took away my ability to do the things that I so loved to do, there is so much more that I still can do. As I continue to work, my hands start warming up a bit, and they hurt a little less. And as I continue to stay creative and get lost in my project, I start noticing that I'm not noticing the pain as much, because I get consumed with my bright brain, creativity, and it starts to take over. It truly is one of the greatest therapies I've ever experienced for my pain. And not only that, but it has turned into a business for me. I get to do what I love as a job, and it's garnered me friends and subscribers from all across our globe. And maybe I never would have had this opportunity had chronic illness not taken away my ability to do what I was doing. There are, of course, plenty of days where I still feel defeated and my body's just not having it. Some days are always easier than others, and I think that's true for most of us. But I have to remind myself to sit down and do something. Take out a piece of paper and glue it to something else. Because Picasso also said that inspiration exists, but it has to find you working. And so I've decided that this book is not going to be the end of a journey or the start of a new one, but just the continuation of the journey I've always been on. Yes, there have been things that have changed. Yes, some days I have felt totally uncreative and defeated, and other days I have been riding the high horse of creativity and on top of my game. And there's lots of other days that are mediocre and in between. And I intend this book to be a celebration of all of that. So maybe from time to time, we'll stop by and work on a page in this book together and remind ourselves that creativity is a journey, and being creative doesn't mean the same thing all the time or in all the seasons of our lives. Look, here I am, drawing. Not a big one, but something I doodled, and it felt great. Creativity changes through our lives, but for all of us that are creatives, no matter what that looks like, it's a part of who we are, and it defines us in some way. I think we are all given gifts from God that turn us into the people that we really are. And I want to keep honoring that. Life speeds up and slows down and changes directions and seasons and chapters. And I have found peace and joy and comfort in creativity. And it's become a fundamental way that I move from day to day. And so this is me, hoping that you have found some inspiration to accept the way that life changes and to find new ways to be creative in it all. And know that I'm cheering you on from a distance to go do whatever it is that you do to stay creative. And I hope that you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, whatever time it is, on whatever side of this planet of ours that you live on. And until I see you next time, stay safe, take care, and God bless you. Bye-bye.